statement?
Yes, I think this is going to be an incredible win, but it's also going to be an incredible eye-opening experience. That the level of play that we're fixing to encounter is risen across the board. So we know that what Trinity did was an incredible effort. They were very well coached, played hard, tremendously hard, and that will happen throughout the whole rest of our season. So, but we're thrilled, really thrilled to win, and looking forward to continuing to practice.
Let's talk first about the decision to take the points off the board and go
Yeah,
for it.
good Lord, who is dumb enough to do that? You know that.
Well,
I've always been taught, don't ever take points off the board.
And I mean, y'all had punted when you had it at the plus 30 in the first half, kind of played conservative, and then did what? I mean, you made the decision kind of quickly. It seemed like what?
Well, I did, because I really felt like that. Number one, I was talking about going for a field goal because it would have. It's still given them an opportunity to score a touchdown. So I was thinking that I really would like to have gone for it. But the odds of us making it at that point was not good. So when it gave us the opportunity on 4th and 1, I just felt like that if we could get a touchdown, that would end the ball game.
Alfonso, I think, what did we say a while ago, guys? Yeah. 48 yards through the third quarter, and then you had 70 in the fourth. Oh, man, 70 in the fourth alone. Did you feel like eventually you're going to wear them down? And
Yes,
is that what happened?
yes,
Is that how it worked out, or what?
We just as an offense, we just wanted to keep pounding and try to wear them down the best that we could. Like I said, they were very well coached and they were a very good team. So we knew it was going to be a physical game. We just trying our best to outlast them and be physical longer.
You did a lot of zero blitzes today. It seemed like there was a lot more blitzing than maybe we've seen in a long time from your defense. Was that all part of the game plan coming in, or just reacting to what they were doing?
I really wanted to see the quarterback. He's such a magnificent player. He only had one interception the whole year. And so I really wanted to just see an opportunity how he was going to do with some pressure. We actually blitzed him some, and then we would show blitz and play coverage. And so it worked out really good. Larry Harmon and his defensive staff did an incredible job of putting that together. And I think the defensive effort today was awesome.
And Coach, you talked a couple of times this season about really building confidence in both Brandon and Anthony in the kicking game. How proud were you of both of them to really step up? Anthony with that first field goal, then Brandon obviously the next two.
You know, I don't know. I would rather make all my field goals to attempts, but so when both of them missed, I'm still in a lurch on who's going to be the guy that we go to. And you know, I think Randy Smith, our coach, does an incredible job of working with those guys. But you know, when they miss one, it just affects their confidence so much that you have to go back and forth.
Yeah. We were watching that in pregame. Wind obviously played a big factor. The guys having to adjust depending on what hash they were on. How much did it affect it during the decision in game?
Well, because I asked Randy, okay, who's the best from this hash, and that's what he felt like that. What Cunningham was, so you know, it goes by hash now instead of just distance. But so it's just working with kickers and pole vaulters. It's always the same.
King, I think you had 11 tackles today, 2.5 for loss. I think that's the most you've had in a game this season. Is that just kind of playoff time? Do you say that's it? That's time for me I got to step up?
I mean, playoff time, you know, it's like where it really counts. I mean, I try to play like that throughout the season, but you know, they was giving me opportunities, so I was just taking it. That's how it was.
And Kyle, how much did the wind affect what y'all wanted to do or could do? Or?
First of all, that was a really good defense we just played. So I mean, they had a great game plan. They were great. Their front six was really good. So I think they played a lot of 6 in the box. And you know, like we said, Alfonso had 70 rushing yards in the fourth quarter. You're gonna play 6 in the box, you're gonna get wore down eventually, and that's kind of what happened. So I mean, I wouldn't say the wind played a big factor. I'd say they just played really good defense.
You know, when you're playing somebody you hadn't played before and you don't play the people they play against neither, it's hard to tell on film exactly how athletic guys are. Were they more athletic a little bit than you thought they would be?
I wouldn't. That number 21 was a great athlete, and I knew I played against him in high school. And I knew he was a great athlete, but he was better than I remembered. Number 51 was a great player. He was a little more athletic than I had anticipated, but you know, I don't think we underestimated these guys. I mean, they got the number 2 defense in the country. Like I said, great defense. Just we called the game that we thought would win the game. It's win and advance at this point, and that's what we did. So.
Either offensive guy, was it getting frustrating? You had first and goal to 8, had to settle for a field goal. Titus had the interception, that doesn't turn into any points. Was it getting frustrating? Or
It's not so much frustrating as it is you feel like you're letting your defense down. So I think that's more of a feeling rather than being frustrated. I mean, it's frustrating, yes, but you feel like you're letting your other part of your team down, and that's the worst part of it. We feel like we probably should have put that game away a little earlier, and we didn't. So, I mean, we missed some opportunities for sure we're going to have to clean up.
Stopping the run has been the name of the game of UMHB's defenses for years, especially today when you're facing a quarterback who's able to pick apart a defense so well, keeping them behind on down and distance. It's got to be huge for your ability to bring pressure.
Yes, absolutely, and we hadn't done that, and I mean that's kind of not been our go-to thing, but we felt like that we needed to, but just because of the quarterback in the situation, you watch all the games, as long as he stays comfortable, like you said, he can really riddle the defense, and so they're very good and very well coached and do a nice job of running their routes, precise routes, and deliver the ball. And if they can deliver it on time, he gets it out of his hand before we can get there. So we felt like that we had to show a little pressure.
Birmingham Southern next. Somebody you've never played before. How exciting is that?
It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. And then we've watched them on film, and they're really, they're good. They beat Huntington really bad the first time, and then I guess it was, I don't know what the score was.
24-14.
Yeah. And so we watched the game against Trinity, and I mean, it could have gone back, and I mean, it was either or. So it will be and that's what I'm saying, that's going to be so rewarding for us, is that we understand the effort and what level of play people are going to perform at. So nobody could be happier than Southern Birmingham of getting the opportunity to come in and play us and redeem themselves from their loss against Trinity. So it's going to be a huge game for us.
Good.